Hi, and welcome to my low-level guide of the Client of Kourend quest. This has no quest or stats requirements, and the only item that you will need is one feather. And now, because it is a low-level guide, the methods of transportation will be different to my high-level guide. And in my high-level guide I will be using the Xerix amulet as well as the Lovakench minecart system. If you have access to both of them, I would suggest you to watch my high-level guide, which I will be linking at the top of this video's description. Now, for the recommended items of this low-level guide would be full graceful as well as 2 stamina potions. Now, because we don't need to fight anything during this quest and the only thing we will need to do is run, I suggest you to not bring anything too heavy. Next, for the teleports, would be 2 teleports to Kourend. Now, if you do not have access to this teleport or you do not have the magic level, that is no problem, you can just bring along 1 extra stamina potion. Then we will also need to have 2 teleports to Veos, which is the guy that is located south of the Piscarilius house, and you can get easily to him by going to this Veos, who is located here in Port Sarim. And one of the 2 teleports I would suggest you to use either the pest control minigame teleport or the rat catchers minigame teleport. Now, because you can only use the minigame teleports once every 20 minutes, for your second teleport I suggest you to use any teleportation method to a charter ship and then also pay the fee to get yourself to this transportation sign, which is then the charter crew members. We will also need to have 1 teleportation method to the Dark Altar. Now, how to get yourself to the Dark Altar easily would be using the arceuus home teleports, and to get access to that spellbook you could just use the spellbook swap on the lunar spellbook if you have that spellbook unlocked with 96 magic. If you don't have that, you could also bring along 1 teleportation method to the fairy ring and then use the code CIS, which will get you over here. And if you don't have access to both of them, I suggest you to bring along a games necklace with 1 charge to teleport yourself to Wintertodt, which will get you over here. Then you just need to follow this icy path and that will also get you easy access to the Dark Altar. So that was the final teleport. Now, where to start this quest would be south of Port Sarim. Go to the most southern dock, go east, and here you should find Veos. Right click and travel, and let's go to the Great Kourend. Once you are here on the Great Kourend, let's cross the gangplank and here you should find Veos once again. Let's talk to him. Select the third option, do you have any quests for me? Select the first option, sounds interesting. And he will give you an enchanted scroll. Just skip through the dialogue and the quest has started. Next, let's go west and then just take the first and then just go north following the docks. Now we'll just need to go to all 5 general stores of all the 5 different houses. You could also just check your quest log and these 5 we will need to go to. Now, if you just go north following the dock, you will already be at the first general store. First, let's use our feather on the enchanted scroll to make it an enchanted quill. Next, let's talk to Leans, the owner of the general store, and let's ask the third option, can I ask you about the Piscarilius house? That's like the third option, why should I gain favor in Piscarilius? Just skip through this dialogue and we should already have completed the first one. Let's check our quest log and yes, 1 out of 5 is already crossed out. Now for the other 4 you can choose any order of your liking, but I suggest you to go to arceuus next and that way we will have to run there. There isn't really easy access to the arceuus general store, so therefore just run southwest to the dark green path, just follow this across the river. And after we have crossed the river, we just need to go north and then we already are at the arceuus general store. Alright, inside this general store, let's talk to Regath. Fourth option, can I ask you about the arceuus house? Third option, why should I gain favor in the arceuus house? Skip through the dialogue and you will get hit a bit. Next, either go back south and follow the dark green path west to the castle, or just teleport by using the normal spellbook and get yourself to the castle. If you don't have access to the teleport, you can just run west. After you've reached the castle, let's go northwest and follow this dirt path to the Lovakench house. After we've reached the Lovakench house, we will see a building with a water sign, and just west of that building is the general store. Once again, we will need to ask the same 2 questions to that NPC. So let's talk to Monty. Let's select the 4th option. Why should I gain favor? Skip through the dialogue, and this will be 3 out of 5. Next, let's teleport ourselves back to the Kourend castle, or run all the way back. And once you are here back at the castle, let's exit south and go southwest to go to the shazien house. And now just keep going west-southwest, because now we will need to go to the most northeastern building of the shazien, which is the building with the armor and the shield shop sign. So let's go to that building, which is next to this rare tree sign. And in this building we should now also see the general store sign, and here we will need to talk to Jennifer. Select the 3rd option. Select the 3rd option again, why should I gain favor? And this will be house 4 out of 5 completed. Next, let's go east, and let's keep going east. Past the transportation sign, which is the minecart system of Lovakench. Just keep going east until we see a small bridge. Let's cross the bridge, keep going east. We will now be south of the mess hall. Here you'll find some roses. Let's just keep going east. Just get around the cooking building, and just east of that cooking building you will see the final general store. Let's talk to Horace. Can I ask you about the Piscarilius house? Why should I gain favor here? You will get now something written in your chat box that you will need to return to Veos. Now you can simply run back to Veos, or you can use one of your teleportation methods. I will be using the red pit teleport, and I'm going to select Port Sarim. So when you have arrived back to Port Sarim, let's go to Veos here in Port Sarim, and he will take us back to Piscarilius. Let's cross the gangplank. Let's talk to him and say that we have gathered all of the information. Let's talk about your client. Let's skip through the dialogue, and he will say that we will need to go to the Dark Altar and activate this mysterious orb over there. So to get to the Dark Altar, either use Spellbook Swap to the arceuus spellbook and use the home teleport, or teleport yourself to any fairing and then use the code which I will be typing right now, CIS. And if you don't have access to both of them, teleport yourself to Wintertodt with your game necklace and just follow this icy path. Just keep going south, following this path, and then you will also be reaching the Dark Altar. Alright, after running quite a bit east, we should be reaching the Dark Altar. Alright, here is the sign on the minimap. Let's activate near the Dark Altar our mysterious orb and it will break. Just skip through the dialogue because now you'll be hearing some voices. Next we will need to return to Veos to complete our quest. Now because I've already used one of my minigame teleports, I'm just going to be teleporting myself to any charter ship, which will be for me the Catherby, and then I'm going to take the boat to Port Sarim. Alright, let's talk to Veos. Let's talk about your client. Let's just skip through the dialogue because he's currently possessed, I think. And after you've skipped the dialogue a bit, you will now see that you are able to choose a house where you can get 20% favor in. So let's just choose one. The fishing one isn't really that fun, so I'm going to take that one. The deed is done, and congratulations, you've completed the Client of Kourend quest. You are awarded with 1 quest point, up to 20% favor in the house of your choosing, and now you've also permanently doubled the rate of gaining favor in all of the houses, as well as 2 experience lamps, which will grant you 500 experience in any skill that you want. Now this was my low-level guide of the Client of Kourend quest. Hopefully it helped. Subscribe, rate and comment. Okay, thanks, bye.